Oh shit! I thought Goku was gonna fuck around and get DQ'd. He kept fucking with everything and fucking with everybody. I thought eventually they were just gonna throw him out. I didn't know he was gonna make it past the test. Anyway, everybody they getting their workout in. Even Dende, he's going hard with that damn tennis. Him and Mr. Popo, they getting it in. He's getting in good shape. Anyway, Vegeta and Goku, they going at it full fucking strong in the hyperbolic time chamber. I wonder when they're gonna go way far out in the hyperbolic time chamber. You know, and then and reveal that the hyperbolic time chamber and that God key world or whatever they were in at one point were the same place, just further out. Excuse me. Anyway, Vegeta, he dropped some more Saiyan knowledge on us. He revealed that well, he was arguing with Goku. Goku was asking about Monica and whatnot. And he says, man, we're not fighting him. He's on our team. He said, worry about the motherfucker you gonna have to fight. So don't worry about the dude. He's there to help you. You know what I mean? He said, that's what you should be worrying about. But he also dropped some more knowledge. He said with the Saiyans, they stay young until about 80 years old. That's when they start aging. I don't think they're going to get to 80 and just, whoop, he's an old man. I think what he means is they're going to have like the bodies of like a 20, 25-year-old all the way up till they're 80. Once they hit 80, they're not just going to turn 80. They'll start going into middle age. They probably going to live a lot longer than a normal human being would. Because by 80, a regular human is damn near done. That's pretty much it. I think what he's saying is by 80, Saiyans are middle-aged. So if they're middle-aged by 80, if you take another 80 and it's 160, and that's when they're finally old. They're finally old at 160, and then they probably die at around 100 and about 200 and we'll say 40. That's based on the information I got. That seems to be their lifespan, somewhere like 240, 300 years old or something like that. So that was good. And they're rocking the beards now. That was funny as hell. I liked the way it looked too, because another good thing they revealed is, or it appeared they revealed, was the reason why Vegeta and Goku never had beards and stuff like that was A, they shave, B, he said that you stay young for a long time. So at the age of 20 and 30 and whatnot, the Saiyans probably got a body of like a 15-year-old. Well, they probably aging like a 15-year-old. They got a body of a 20-year-old, but they're aging like a 15-year-old and really didn't grow a beard. That's what I'm thinking really happened. Also, he said Saiyan's hairs don't. Remember, he said Saiyan's hair don't change. You know what I mean? They said don't grow. It just gets to a certain point, just stays like that. I'm thinking that he doesn't mean beard. I think he means by the hair on your head or something like that. I don't think he means beard, because we see they can grow beards, and their beards grew the same. It both stopped right here. I think that's the way their beards grow. It was funny as hell, you know. So Vegeta, he knows a good deal about Saiyan heritage. He knew all that stuff, and that also explains how Nappa. You see how Nappa was bald, but he had hair in the past. Nappa might have been over that 80-year age gap, and by then he's going into middle age. He probably lost his hair then. He probably had, to them, he might have had early hair loss. That might have been what it is. I mean, to me, that's kind of a hint. So that helps. Anyway, Bears, he shows up with his new artist, right? The dude name is Manaka. He's representing God of Destruction Records, but he's only like 3 feet tall. And they asked him about his name, and he said he's like, I think his name is King of the Nipples or something like that. That's what it means or something. And Goku asked him why was he named that? Because he said he had big nipples. I thought those were breasts. That's how big they are. They look like a damn fist or something like that. That's how big they are, like this. So that was kind of weird. But I mean, hey, I didn't really find it all that funny. I didn't find it annoying or anything like that. It was just like, huh, and kept on moving. But Goku's trying to test this dude. He wanted a freestyle battle. He said, "Let me see if you got some bars." Just out of the blue. He said, "You're signed to God of Destruction Records. Let's see what you got." No, I'm joking. But anyway, he wanted to see how strong this dude was. Beerus told him, "Stop fucking with this dude." Goku still had to do it. He had to find out how strong he was. They couldn't sense his power level. So when nobody was looking, Goku he threw the hardest fucking punch he ever threw in his life. He said, "This dude is so much stronger. He should be able to feel this coming, know it's coming, and stop it or dodge or something like that." And what he did was he ended up burying the dude's face in the guy's head and scrambled his brain. And the dude says, "It's okay." I think he understands the dude seemed to be very mild-mannered and mild-tempered. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot gets him mad. Because that would have got anybody. Beerus was mad. He wasn't even the one who got punched. But Beerus gets mad pretty easily. But the point is, he didn't even get punched. So he seems to be very mild-mannered. I like Manaka. I really do. I like him. I don't care what anybody says. I think he all right. But I think what it is, he probably got to transform or something like that in order to unlock his like real potential, his latent power or something like that. Probably in his normal form, he probably isn't all that strong. But you see, he was able to take Goku's punch. You seen what it did with that same punch. Matter of fact, less than that, destroyed Krillin. Krillin went flying through a few cities. Monica was still there. It buried his face, but he was still all right. He ain't die. Anyway, Goku wanted to know if Champa, when they made it to the arena, if Champa was the one who made it. And Beerus put him up on game. He straight told him, I thought this part was funny as hell. He said, "Hell no." He said, "Gods of destruction don't create nothing. They just destroy." That makes sense. He said, and if he did make it, he said, "This shit would have been fucked up." He said would have been way tackier than this. He said it'd have been a bunch of cardboard boxes stacked up on top of each other. That's what the stands would have been. Then they got they came at Champa again. First off, Beerus revealed that he realizes that Champa was going in and stealing the damn Dragon Ball. He's like, "How'd you find out?" He said, "Don't worry, I got my sources. You stole the shit." I know that the Dragon Balls don't belong to Beerus, but Champa did steal them because he took something out of somebody's jurisdiction. You're not supposed to take. That's like, this is my house, but that's not my stuff over there. But it's in my house, and it's supposed to be in my house. It's supposed to be there. Or let me give an example. For instance, you got a museum. Someone loans you a article of something to put in your museum. It's not yours, but if somebody steals it, they didn't just steal it from that person. They stole it from the museum too, because they stole it from. It was stolen out of the museum. So it's just that's what it is. Just for people that don't understand what it means, he stole it out of his domain. He took some shit out of it. So really he was stealing. Anyway, what the hell? Thought my computer's getting ready to cut off. Uh-oh. Anyway, after that, they getting ready to start the tournament. They had to have a test and whatnot. And this test was kind of hard. I thought the test was going to be easy. Vegeta even got mad. Vegeta's not a dummy. So they was asking pretty decently difficult questions. Boo got knocked out. He got DQ'd. So now they're down to 4. It's 4 fighting 5. It's 5v4 or whatever. Off the rip. Because Boo got so bored, he just passed out. And Vegeta was trying to tell him. He said, "That's the reason why I didn't want Boo in this." He said, "That's the reason why I didn't want him." Anyway, the Z fighters, they got to face off against Frieza again and Winnie the Pooh. I thought Eeyore was going to come out. Eeyore probably going to be the final fighter or something like that. I don't know who this one guy is. He's like purple or something like that. What if we find out that he is that universe's Cooler or something like that, and then Cooler becomes canon? I don't know, but he doesn't overly look like that species, although he has He's got armor like them. In terms of Cooler, he looks like if he transformed, maybe he looks similar. Maybe he looks similar to Cooler, something like that. But they got Frieza in there. Frieza in their universe, after Vegeta talked to the other Saiyan warrior on their side, because Vegeta's real interested in Saiyan heritage. Like, that's his thing. He talked to the dude. The dude revealed that they're still on their old planet. They never left the planet, what's it called? Saudla or whatever, which really means solid. You know, because remember, the Saiyans are vegetables. So they never left that planet. Vegeta said that in his universe, the Saiyans had a civil war and destroyed the planet and then just took another planet from somebody. He said, we just straight took that shit. And Saudla looked at, Saudla, I forgot what his name is. He looked at him, he says, we don't steal. They said, then Vegeta asked him, he said, aren't you supposed to be a warrior race? He said, yeah, but what we do is we just help fight evildoers. He said, we get hired to fight evildoers. Whereas in our universe, the Saiyans were evil and they got hired to steal planets. They were pirates. That's how they got down. So it appears that Frieza never took over the Saiyans planet. That's why and those Saiyans are wearing the same clothes they used to wear before. They didn't switch. The clothes that Vegeta wears is the same clothes from that Frieza provided them with. That's what he get. I mean, I think he accepted. I mean, he always wears it. I wonder why he didn't wear like old Saiyan clothes. Probably because all that stuff probably happened like right around the time he was born or something like that. So to him, he grew up off the armor that he was wearing. It didn't matter where it came from. That's probably why. But anyway, the dude said they're gonna meet up later on and chop it up and talk more about Saiyan pride. They're gonna have a march and a parade and everything else like that. I want to hear more about this Saiyan stuff. I thought this episode was good. At the end, it stops. The pacing felt like it was moving quick. But all we got was to the point where Goku's got to fight Winnie the Pooh. They got Winnie the Pooh, and they got, they got one of the damn aliens from Ben 10, the metal one. They got him on there. They got Frieza. I believe the dude that they're facing off against that look like Frieza is really that universe's Frieza. Like, that's not somebody of the same race. It's Frieza's doppelganger from that universe. I think that really is him. And if the Saiyans were evil in our universe and good in their universe, maybe Frieza's race, which appears to be evil, is probably going to be good in their universe. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. It appears that way to me. But this episode was kind of good. We got some good information on the Struggle King. Yup, I'm still struggling. I know it. We got some good information on the Saiyans. We got to see some more about the other universes. We've seen the other universes' Kais. Also, Kibito Kai no longer exists because Kibito and Supreme Kai got split using the Dragon Balls. They used the Namekian Dragon Balls. So now they ain't got to worry about nothing. I know that he wanted to get out of that body so fucking fast. I would want to, because you'll never really truly have your own privacy. It's always going to be, oh shit, Kibito gonna see what I'm getting ready to do, or Kibito's like, oh shit, I can't do this around Supreme Kai, and they're in the same damn body. They probably took looking at each other like, you better not tell what happened, all that kind of stuff. Using the bathroom, when you grab your Jimmy, you think, damn, I'm grabbing his too. I don't know what they thinking, but the point is, it's kind of weird being stuck together. But now we finally gonna get this tournament going. I want to see what form, this other form that Manaka's gonna have, because I can't see him fighting in just that form. I really can't. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that. Peace.